Shalom. This is your brother Barawa, and giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. Yahweh being in with the Heavenly Father, the creator of heaven and earth, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. The God which the scriptures speak of. And Yahweh Shai is only because in Son which the world didn't rightly calls Jesus Christ. And the Rakah, Kodash is the Holy Spirit. Double honor to the elders and apostles of getting us to know the world. Pushing for the country that because we're going to wake up and to seal the elect of the nation of Asia. And salutation to you, sincere Archimedes, that are pushing this gospel in truth and sincerity, risking your life and your freedom to do so. Alright, so the title of this lesson is less of a title and more of a question. It's a question that asks, who are the black Hebrew Israelites and who are these black identity extremists that Esau keeps talking about, and Esau has categorized these so-called black Hebrew Israelites too, because remember this term black Hebrew Israelites keep getting pushed out. For some reason people allude this term to us, the Hebrew Israelites, the true Hebrew Israelites of the scriptures. Even though we have never once called ourselves black, we do not identify with that term or that color of black. We have never once considered ourselves a black identity group. In fact, we shun the idea of being a black identity group. We are just men, and women, brothers and sisters. We just what is what I'm looking for? Expressing our historical heritage, our historical heritage, and our birthrights. We have no business with identity, with color politics or identity politics. We have no business with the term or the color ascribed to negro, all the people of the planet with negroid features. And we have never once said that only so-called blacks or people that have a dark shade of skin color can be considered part of our can have Hebrew heritage or can be considered part of the Hebrew Israelites. We are simply the Hebrew Israelites, but as is known, this is the kind of person that we're dealing with. This is the kind of individual that we're dealing with. Somebody that is just lies through his teeth. Somebody that makes somebody that crafts deceit, turns deceit into law. The same way he made those issues, those Amalekites. He officially made them Jews by forcing the law upon everybody, and anybody that speaks up against it to be considered anti-Semitic, to be considered racist or fascist. That it's basically illegal to speak up against Amalekite, an entire race of people that stole another race of people's race. Because the kind of devil that we're dealing with. So I just decided to pull up the definition of the black identity extremist from Wikipedia. So it reads: in the United States, black identity extremists, or BIE, was a designation used by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is the FBI, from August 2017 to July 2019, and it first appeared in a counter-terrorism report dated August 3, 2017, sent to thousands of American police departments, and described safety concerns about allegedly violent African American activists. The term was discounted when the FBI merged several classifications under the term was discontinued when the FBI merged several classifications under the umbrella term racially motivated violent extremism. And the funny thing about this black identity extremists is that they have been proven to not exist. There is no such thing as a black identity extremist group in the whole of, whether it's in the whole of America or in the whole of the world. So the reason I'm doing a video on this is just to show the hypocrisy and the wickedness of this devil. They just show that all these Edomites, that there is no single Edomite that is good, that they are all evil, that they are all liars, they are all deceivers. Because this is what they have done. They know that there's no such thing as black identity extremists. They know that the Hebrew Israelites are not a black identity group, do not have anything to do with that color, which was invented in 1964, 1969, I believe. They know that we have nothing to do with that color. They know that we have nothing to do with black identity or extremism. Where they still push that narrative onto us because they simply because that is who they are, that is their nature. The scriptures say, that is in Psalms 450, Psalms 58. I believe it's in the fifth verse. The wicked, or is it the third verse? The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go out, they come out immediately speaking lies, real quick. That simple and short. So I'm going to get the definition of extremism next before I start getting my precepts, because we already, Ezekiel also said that we are not ignorant of these devil's devices. We already know what this devil does. We already know how he rules, man. How he rules is simple: lies upon lies upon lies, deceit upon deceit upon deceit. This devil can't come up with something that is true. Can't come up with something that is a, they can't use truth to push his agendas, to push his narrative. So he has to depend on lies, because he knows, because we are the ones that are using the truth to push our own narrative, while the only thing that he has is his lies and his deceits and his vanities. So take all that away and Esau is nothing. So this is the definition of extremism. Extremism means literally the quality of or state of being extreme, or the advocacy of extreme measure of views. The term is primarily used in a political or religious sense to refer to an ideology that is considered by the speaker or by some implied shared social consensus to be far outside the mainstream attitudes of society, and it can also be used in the economic context. The term is usually meant to be pejorative. However, it can also be used in a more academic, purely descriptive, non-condemning sense. And really what they're trying to say is that us Hebrew Israelites, us Hebrew Israelites, our doctrines and our views and our beliefs are extreme in into society, which is agreeable, which is actually true in it's true in a sense, because this devil has created this devil has warped society into such a way that, into such a way that right now, just being in right state of mind, or pushing pushing the narrative, or pushing the doctrine that is righteous, will be considered extreme. But in reality, it's not us that are the extreme one, rather this devil, because of the way in which he has twisted society to make it seem as though anything that is remotely righteous, anything that is remotely normal, will be considered extreme, or considered, abnormal or eccentric. So let's get some precepts. So start with the book of Psalms. In Psalms 50, and I'll start from verse 16. But unto the wicked God saith, what hast thou to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. And this is the devil's. This is their what I'm looking for. It's their motto. This is how they work. They bear false witness. They frameth laws by deceit. They frameth laws by mischief. They signed a bill concerning black Hebrew Israelites, even though black Hebrew Israelites and black identity extremists, even though those two things do not exist. I challenge anybody, go and find any group that call themselves the black Hebrew Israelites. Go and find any group that call themselves the black identity extremists, because we have been over this over and over again. Every Hebrew Israelite will say the same thing. We're not black, that there is no such thing as, we say it especially here in Great Millstone, and there is no such thing as black people. People are different, either different shades of brown or red. We're constantly pushing that same thing, and we're constantly pushing, not just us, but multiple Israelite camps are constantly pushing that Israelites come in different shapes, sizes, and colors. That we come from, since we have been scattered in all nations, we will come in the appearance of all these nations which we have been scattered in. That will not come in the appearance of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but rather will come in the appearance of the nation that we've been scattered in. That's we've been pushing that every country has Israelite communities in them. Even these Amalekites, even those so-called Jews that dwell in Israel, we've already said this before that they have Israelites among them. Esau knows all these things, all these low level, even from the lowest level Edomites to the highest elite Edomites, they know all these things because they know that we've been saying it. All them that listen to our videos, that watch us, they know that we've been saying this, but yet they will still continue to push that black Hebrew Israelite and black identity extremist narrative, specifically Vocab Malone and all those his followers. Why? Because they are devils. It's that simple. They will they will never admit that we are the Hebrew Israelites, and they will try to use any bit of deceit that they can to disprove the fact that we are Israelites. Like that recent video that I posted concerning those men from Benin, from Benin Republic, that were talking about how that Judah Africa was not actually, or Wida Africa was not actually originated from Judah Israel. So I continue from the book of John chapter 8, and I start from verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. He is a liar, and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. That's right. Because it is us, the Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Americans, the true Israelites of the scriptures, that are telling you this. They are telling you this truth. They are telling you what is really, the truth of the scriptures, that are giving you the real doctrine. That is why you don't believe us, because it is us. Just like when Yahushua was around, and the Pharisees don't want to believe me because they believe that Yahushua was just some carpenter boy that was born in a stable. The same way that you believe that us that are at the bottom of the society, because we're the ones telling you this truth, you don't want to believe it, because it isn't some devil in a some pink devil in a white lab coat telling you this truth. You don't want to believe it, even though it has been proven time without number that this is the truth, that what we are saying is not a lie. You just don't want to believe it. You still prefer to believe in their false narratives, their fables, and even they have been exposed that most of the things they are talking about are made up. Just like this black Hebrew Israelite and black identity extremist narrative, those two things, I will not stress it. I cannot stress it more. They are made up. They do not exist. So let me get another precept. Psalms 58. So this is the book of Psalms 58, and I'll start from verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like a deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of the charmers, charming never so wisely. And the charmers in this case, are the Hebrew Israelites, coming out into the highways and byways, pushing this truth and pushing this doctrine, pushing this word. They would, when Esau hears this, when these Edomites hear this word, they stop their ears. They don't want to listen to it. They want to continue pushing their own narrative, their own false narrative of how they, of the things of this world, how the Most High is. They want to continue pushing that narrative of, the Most High being, and the Most High and His Son being so-called white people, even though the scriptures and the history completely debunks and rebukes that fact. They want to continue. They want to continue spreading their deceit throughout the four corners of the earth, and and it's shame that a majority of our people want to continue listening and believing in their deceit. Don't think that you devils are doing something surprising or unexpected. We know that you are going to do this. We already know your nature. We already know who you are. You are liars. You are deceivers. They're not doing anything that is new. Even the scriptures, even the word devil goes back to what? False accuser. So you know what? Just by bringing out this black identity extremist and black Hebrew Israelite thing, you are doing what we expected. What's your name? You're just living up to your name. You're not doing anything new or anything unique. You're simply living up to the name of the devil, the false accusers, of liars, or slanderers, or false witnesses. That is your nature. That is the true nature of Esau. Using deceit, turning deceit into laws, and using that to condemn, to condemn us, using these fake laws to condemn us. And it'll not be surprising, we already know that you devils are going to use this black identity extremist stuff to to persecute to persecute some of the brotherhood, but it's not like you still won't do videos exposing your hypocrisy and exposing your lies. Alright, so I'm just going to close out with this right here. So this image is the image of what is considered South Sudanese model Nyakim. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but anyway, she is considered the darkest woman alive, the woman with the darkest skin alive. So I'm just going to use this image right here. It's slightly, it's a little bit suggestive, but this is the image this is the image, one of the few images I found where she was actually wearing dark black clothes. So as you can clearly see, the skin on her body is brown, or a darker shade of brown, but yet the clothes that she's wearing is black. And let me get another image. Let me look for it. Something when I wanted to use. Yeah, I can't find this. Let me just use this one. Let me use this one. As you can clearly see, her skin is not black. It is deep dark brown. To prove that there is no such thing as black people. No matter how dark, no matter how dark a person gets, they'll never get the color of black. They will still always be brown. And even this picture said it was touched to make her look darker than she actually is. Because she's not actually this dark in real life. But they were used Photoshop to make her look darker than she actually is. And this proves that the Most High actually, because the people that said that the Most High will set a difference between us and the Hamites, and this proves that the Most High sets a difference between us and the Hamites, because because there's really any Negro that actually looks this cool, and actually as dark as this. Personally, even I've never seen anybody in West Africa that looks as dark as this. Maybe I might be wrong about that. So let me get that preset concerning I have stated, because when the Most High said that he set a difference between us and the Egyptians. And I just wanted to use that to prove a point that there is no such thing as black people. That everyone on this planet is either different shades of brown or pink. That is all. Everybody is different shades of brown, and Esau is the only person that is just different because he's just completely pink. Completely lacking melanin. I forgot how it goes, but it's just that you have the difference between the Israelites and the Egyptians, and that no dog will wag their tail against an Israelite. Let me use this one. No dog will wag their tail, no dog will back against an Israelite. I've forgotten how it goes. Here it is. This is the book of Exodus 11 and 7, and it reads, "But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that Yahweh had thus put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel." Okay, so with that, I hope you just read it. Out to the spirit. This was a defined lesson. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kwadash, Shalom.